Hi everyone. So today we are walking through a decision tree analysis. The company here is Unipart, and they're trying to figure out which online marketplace it should use for its MRO supplies. So they have two options. They have partsforyou.com and aimro.com, and each one has a bit of a different cost setup. So what we'll go through is the Excel model. I'll explain the formulas that I used, compare the expected costs for each option, and then make a recommendation in the end. And then we'll tie that all back to our Chapter 5 learning outcomes. So starting off here with what we were given in this Excel model. So at the top here, we have a discount rate of 20%, and then we have both of our options, Parts for You and Aimro. So Parts for You has a 5% commission fee on spend. Option 2 has a 1% commission fee on spend, but they also have a $10 million upfront fee. And the base spend is $150 million. So here we have four possible scenarios based on year 1 and year 2 spend levels. So year 1 can be high or low, here, high or low, and then year 2 can stay the same or it can drop by 10%. Each scenario has a assigned probability in column J. Let's get into the formulas and how I built the formulas. Well, basically I used AI, and I used it to structure these formulas, and then I verified to make sure that it basically made sense. So what AI gave me was 5% commission fee times the year 1 spending plus 5% commission fee again times the year 2 spending divided by 1 plus the discount rate. And that gave me 13 million. And then for option 2, it did the same thing, and then it made sure to add on the $10 million commission fee. So when I used AI, I made sure to double check these formulas and made sure that it was referencing to the right cells, which all made sense to me. We're basically multiplying the commission fees depending on option 1 and option 2 by the spending in year 1 and the spending in year 2, and then we're adding on for option 2 this $10 million commission fee. And then what I did is I made sure to absolute the cells that are going to stay as we drag down the formulas. So our discount rate is going to stay and the commission fee. And then for option 2, we know discount rate again and then commission fee. And this $10 million is also going to stay. So then I absoluted those cells and I dragged that formula down for each scenario. And then it populated this expected cost for option 1 and option 2. And then what we did is we used some product to multiply and add together using the probabilities. So what that looks like is we highlight the probabilities in column J, and then we highlight the probabilities or the costs for option 1, and all that's doing is multiplying this probability times the option 1 spending plus this probability times this plus this probability times this, and so on and so forth. And then that's going to calculate the expected cost of $13 million. Then for option 2, we basically did the exact same thing, except now we are highlighting the option 2 outcomes. So what that gave us, it gave us 13 million for the expected cost for option 1 and 12 million for the expected cost for option 2. So we know that basing on cost alone, we'll go with option 2 because it's about $500,000 less than option 1. So how does this all tie back to Chapter 5? Well, we're dealing with uncertainty and risk. There's so many fluctuations in this MRO spending, and to handle this, we have to use our decision tree. Each year's spending levels branches into scenarios with probabilities. We applied our discounted cash flows. Costs in year 2 are reduced to present value because as we are reminded, $1 today is worth more than $1 tomorrow. And finally, our analysis highlights the idea of optionality. AIMRO's $10 million fixed fee is like paying for a higher option upfront cost, but it lowers variable costs, which pays off across all scenarios. So, Chapter 5 stresses that flexible options may look more expensive initially, but under uncertainty, they can actually be cheaper overall. So to wrap it up, I think that Unipart should choose AIMRO because it has a lower expected cost under uncertainty. This decision kind of shows us that these structured tools like decision trees and DSF analysis can help us make some good sourcing decisions. Thank you for watching.